back to the Corporate Esports Association Dota 2 Spring 2020 tournament. Today we've got OK Google Pick Techies versus Morgan Freefarm from Amazon. I really gotta throw my phone away every time I watch this team. So this is a week 6 game, so it's gonna be played on 7.25B still. So a few balance changes since then have happened, but not relevant. This isn't my group. This is the week before I played OK Google Pick Techies. Maybe I should have watched this game as well, because spoiler alert, we got the L. Nah, I think they outdrafted us. Their last pick was pretty dope. So good on them for beating us.
10 seconds to pick. 5 seconds. Hurry.
Yeah, so I also banned Lone Druid against them. I think the carry is T-Gamer. He's played a pretty mean Lone Druid in the past. There was one game where he had a pretty rough laning phase and somehow managed to like come out of top net worth. Like he lost his bet multiple times during the lanes. But you know, he persevered through it. His team bought it enough space. Other than that, I guess pretty normal bans. Pangolier is one that, like, you know, you gotta know the other team has a Pango player. I can't remember if I've seen Morgan Freefarm play Pango, but it's banned. Other heroes, pretty standard stuff. Maybe Dazzle's a little bit confusing as well. I don't think that hero is very good right now. Seems like he's pretty decent in the lane if you're like one in those like war of attrition lanes. But he doesn't offer much kill potential. He's, I don't know, Shallow Grave honestly sometimes can feel a bit underwhelming because, like, you know, after the Shallow Grave ends, they're on 1 HP anyway, so it's like, well, I saved them for like 5 extra seconds, but they're still gonna die anyway. And it's one of those kinds of spells. It's very hit or miss. Shadow Fiend gonna be the first pick here. That's not something you see every day. A first pick Shadow Fiend. Very bold choice from OK Google Pick Techies. Bane gonna be the pick for Morgan Freefarm. I would say that, like, not to throw shade at Morgan Freefarm, but they definitely are a lot lower skill in terms of MMR than OK Google Pick Techies. So it's possible that, like, Google is like, you know, they're going to try some of the newer strats out here. Picked Ekris, so it's possible that, like, Google is like united. They're going to try out some of the newest rats out here. Good to know Google can't understand my accent at all. Okay, a Shadow Shaman picked up as well. Could be this 4-position Shadow Shaman. I'm not too hot on this hero right now in general. I think his cast ranges are so short. It's so impossible to do anything. I mean, obviously he's got like the cast range talent at 15, and you know, you pick up an 8th lens, maybe a cheeky telescope, and like, yeah, he's shackling people from across the map. But if you're losing with this hero, it feels awful. Alright, well, they opened with the first pick Shadow Fiend, but suddenly these next picks are taking a really long time, so I feel like maybe they're like memeing around a little bit too hard. They're gonna go with an Ogre pick. I don't know, I've kind of lost faith in this hero a little bit over the last like 3 weeks. Just like, I haven't seen this hero win very many games in this league. He just seems a bit underwhelming now, to be honest. The game's not as like focused on crushing your lanes and getting an early advantage anymore. I don't know. You know, sometimes you're up against a Clockwork and you're like, I can't even beat this Clockwork 1v1. Yeah, it's rough. I don't know what to do with Ogre. I mean, also, like, a lot of his lane partners aren't that popular anymore either. You don't really see Slarks anymore.
Dire's ban.
Alright, Timbersaw gonna be banned out here. This could indicate there's a PL pick incoming. This Timbersaw does pretty well against both of these supports. Shadow Shaman can use the Ether Shock to try and figure out who the real PL is, and you know, if you hex the right one, it's gonna turn into a chicken. If you don't, it's gonna disappear. So you know, you got a 1 in N chance to get the right chicken. And Timbersaw does really well against PL. Ogre is pretty good with PL. You do give away which one's the real PL with the Bloodlust a little bit, but yeah, it makes him a lot stronger. You can like Bloodlust like the fake PLs to try and you know, juke some spells out as well. That's sort of next level plays. Okay, they're gonna ban Bristle back. I wasn't really seeing Bristle for this. I guess he would be, I don't know, they just nightmare him, right? He's gonna be on the front lines by himself, and you like nightmare him and you rush the back lines. Like, it's not a very good Bristle back game so far.
Only 10 seconds. 5 seconds remain.
I mean, if you're okay, Google Big Techies, maybe you want some more stuns, because you need to deal with this Bane. Ogre can't be the only one to cancel Fiend Script, because it's short cast range on Fire Blast, at least until he picks up an Aether Lens and the level 10 cast range talent. RIP gold per minute talent. Always gotta take the cast range now. Okay, and Underlord, someone to group up around. It's definitely a big body to like protect the Bane a little bit, you know. If Ogre's trying to walk up for a Fire Blast, you Pit of Malice him, make it really difficult to get close to the Bane. Although they have the feed from Shadow Fiend, I guess that does cancel Bane ulti now. Alright, they're gonna pick Silencer, so going nuclear against this Bane. This hero is pretty bad right now, but has a very specific purpose in this game. Can also cancel Shackles, but you're probably looking to cancel that Fiend's Grip, Juicy, maybe even cancel both. Probably see this Silencer's position for, I think, a mid Silencer. I mean, it could be alright, but they already have a Shadow Fiend. Like, where are they gonna put Shadow Fiend? Is this the coveted position for Shadow Fiend? You know, all these other position 4 heroes are becoming meta. Like these mid heroes become position 4 meta heroes. Pugna, Ember Spirit, Void Spirit, DP even like is becoming a position 4 viable. So maybe Shadow Fiend is next on the list. You can have a hero that like pushes out waves very quickly. Yeah, that's pretty much all he's useful for, and a nice like 4-second view if you get it off in the middle of a battlefield. But without a BKB, it's not good. Okay, Luna. I think this hero is garbage as well. I'm a big Luna hater, TBH. I just don't get this hero. Like, she has really weird timings. Like, it's like meant to BKB, but then like you also want to join the fight with Eclipse, so
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
She's really bad in lane as well. Although like I don't even know who the she's gonna be up against a Silencer who's going to just spam Glaives of Wisdom the whole time. Like, what is Luna gonna do against that? Her attack range is so short. Bane doesn't really help you like run down supports like the silencers. He's got a pretty decent chunk of armor for an in hero and pretty high agi gain as well. I'd probably like to see Legion Commander. I think that'd be pretty dope for OK Google Pick Techies. The cleanse is really good this game. They can get rid of so many spells, like the Fiend's Grip, the Shackles. It's a hero that puts a lot of pressure on Luna, even though Luna's a ranged hero. You know, she still only has like 300 attack range, so it's not very hard for Elsie to just run up and hit her. Okay, Razor. So a safe lane Razor they want to pit against the Underlord. So they have the Shadow Shaman, so it's not really the freest Razor game. They do have the Fire Blast to cancel the Shackles. I don't know, I feel like you could probably fight Razor until he hits level 3. Like even if he links you, just drop a Firestorm, let the Shadow Shaman whack him with right clicks and Ether Shock, and Razor's not that tanky at level 1.
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
Shadow Shaman hits super duper hard in lane, so I don't know. I feel like they could definitely take on this Razor early on. So OD banned out for Pick Techies. I don't think OD would have been. I mean, this is. I guess this is like a first pick Shadow Fiend they're gonna be able to get away with. Like, oh, Slark. What is happening this game? So, if the hero is bad against Razor, they're gonna put it mid and put Razor mid, and it's Shadow Fiend. What the fuck is going on this game? Is it an offlane ogre? No, that's too ridiculous. Wow. Well, they don't have horrible heroes to deal with Slark. Queen of Pain. Okay, I mean Queen of Pain does well against Razor and Shadow Fiend. Who? I feel like they got away with this Luna somehow. Like, Razor's not very good against Luna. Luna's so fast that you can't really run her down with the link. This first pick Shadow Fiend is like not really that punished. I mean, Queen of Pain does pretty well against Shadow Fiend in general, I guess, but I don't know. Queen of Pain has her own issues to deal with this game. There's Slark, there's Silencer, there's this fear from potential like Shadow Fiend Yules. So there's a lot to deal with this crop as well. Alright. Let's hop into the game. On the side of OK Google Pick Techies, we got Goovy on the Silencer, the T-Gamer on the Slark, Sparwick on an offlane Razor, Jersey Offshore on the Ogre Badger, and FizzX on the Shadow Fiend. On the side of Amazon, Morgan Freefarm, we got Kangbyan on the Shadow Shaman, Malcode on the Bane, Dr. Boom on the Luna, another name I can't read on the Underlord, and Born on the Queen of Pain. So, gonna be position 5 Shaman? I feel like this could have been a good lane for Bane to buy Bassy Ring. He's with the Underlord who wants to spam the shit out of Firestorm, and Bane doesn't really need Headdress either because he's got Brain Sap. And Underlord is plenty tanky enough, gonna build his own Soul Ring.
30
I think
seconds to battle.
not going Battery Ring was probably a little bit of a mistake here. It has it queued up first though, so it should arrive like not too long after, I guess. Also, Shadow Shaman going to be the position 5, or at least the lane partner with Luna. I do like this a little bit better because Shadow Shaman can shackles people while Luna is doing her thing. And oh, Jersey Offshore's up at top. The Ignite comes out at level 1. Oh, they're actually, whoa. It seems like there was a lane swap that happened, and then so they want to put the Slark against Underlord. But now, Amazon, they're doing another lane swap. And so, Luna is going to run into the Slark here. Luna will arrive in the lane in time, but Underlord is not going to. Oh no, if he TPs, that's not good. That defeats the point of walking to do the lane swap, because now Slark can just TP down here. And Underlord, he's stuck down here. He's a slow hero. I mean, he's going to have a bad lane regardless, right? He's going to be up against a Razor, or he's going to be up against a Slark. And they're both pretty awful. Now he's got a Bane to help him out instead of Shadow Shaman, which he's going to take a lot of damage here. And force to pop the salve already. Sparwick gonna get pretty low here as well. Oh, Goofy. Taking a lot of damage from that Firestorm, but should be okay. It's level 1 Firestorm. Top lane, we're gonna see level 1 Lunar Blessing from Luna. So not opting to go nuts with Lucid Beam. And again, the level 1 Hex from Shadow Shaman. I think I probably flamed it a little bit too much last time, but I think this is not the right idea with Shadow Shaman. And Jersey Offshore, I've also said in a previous game, don't really agree as much with this like Bloodlust build, but they do have a Slark, and Slark does benefit a lot from the attack speed. It's unfortunate the Slark didn't go for an Orb Venom though. I think oh, okay, I guess Jersey Offshore has it this time. It's probably a little bit better on the Slark, to be honest, because later on in the game, you're not really going to be hitting people with Ogre, and there's nothing wrong with Slark having in his inventory for quite some time. I think it's potentially, like, worth a Wraith ban, because, like, 15% slow is non-trivial. It's not like that. I think it was like 10 before, or something lower. So pretty passive laning stage so far. Slack coming out ahead on last hits here. It's not the hardest lane for him. This Ogre's zoning out the Shadow Shaman, which I don't really understand how this is happening. I think not going Ether Shock is also such a huge mistake, right? Slack doesn't have the biggest health pool early on. He has a Wraith Band now, but you know, it's just a couple Ether Shocks and then you just hit him. And Jersey Offshore, Capion, he needs to hit people. He's got 89 damage, and he needs to focus on hitting, like just hitting enemy heroes. I'm not sure, he's playing too passively. Malco's gonna go down at bot, and Underlord is in a bit of trouble as well. The Plasma Field comes out, one more hit from the Razor. Oh, Sans is gonna steal it. The Int going his way as well. 4 intelligence for Goovy so far.
Denied.
Alright. Mid lane, it seems like it's going okay, pretty well for the Shadow Fiend actually. If you're like tied on the Shadow Fiend, that's like pretty good. Because sometimes you just get crushed. This seems like it's a good matchup for Quap, but she needs to eat a lot of razors to get in range for the Shadow Strike though, and I mean that's exactly what happened. Like she ate 2 razors as she came in for the Shadow Strike. This top lane, level 2 Ignite, and Slark, he's level 4, he's got the Pounce available, level 2 Essence Shift as well, so he's going to actually keep those stats for a while. The Shackles comes out, but Slark, it's time to go back and farm creeps, he doesn't need to be there, and Born, he gets a solo kill mid against the Shadow Fiend. Getting pretty low. 5-minute bounty rates are coming up now, it should be looking like 2 for 2, if they're like top lane, Jersey offshore. Seems like he wants it. He should get there in time. Level 1 Hex isn't going to help you here. And Shackles, it's not that useful either.
Selfish.
One of the issues with Shadow Shaman early on is he's very committed when he casts Shackles. Alright, Goofy gonna get another kill, 6 int now for the Silencer. And this bot lane, it's a bit of a disaster. You're an underlord up against Razor. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just one of those. It's one of those games where you're gonna feed a lot. So Born, he's gonna have to play big. He's already got, it seems like a bit of a net worth advantage over Shadow Fiend, 300 gold, and he's got level 6 now. We'll see if Quap decides to make a rotation. Doesn't have a ward to scout for the 6-minute power rune. Which I think is a little bit of a mistake if you're like one of these bottle heroes. Alright, it's at top. It's pretty unfortunate for Queen of Pain because now Physics is going to get it. He can spam even more razors and then pop the regen, get topped up. And Queen of Pain, she really wanted it to make a rotation because you blow all your mana for Sonic Wave blow up and then use the regen to go back to full mana. It's a huge power play. And Underlord, I think he's dead again. Although he is fairly tanky. He's already under tower. Razor's not doesn't have phase boots yet, so not gonna have the armors die to tower. Top lane, Bane's gonna go down. It's oh, I mean, it seems like he was trying to help out top. Got spotted by the Observer Warden. Subsequently killed.
Is it worth your life?
Defusal first on the Slark is going to be it's really difficult to get away from the Slark this game. Alright, I mean, there's like 3 heroes top. It seems like they're just going to try and give Underlord some solo XP, just spam Firestorm and then run away. But I think he needs to like cut the wave or something. If they're doing a, I guess the wave is coming up now. Another static link comes out, and he did not run directly to the tower, which means he's probably going to die for this one. Level 6 also on the Razor, so they're doing a ton of damage there. I think he could have just run under the tower, maybe tried to scare the Razor off, at least like done a lot of damage in return. Nightmare onto the Luna. Malco not cancelling the Nightmare manually. And Jersey offshore looks like he's probably going to die here, but Goofy's showing up now. The Lucid Beam will finish off Jersey offshore, but Slark in the meantime gets a kill onto the Shadow Shaman. And Slark wants more. I don't think they can get this kill. Luna's actually, Luna doesn't have boots. And T-Game is already under the tower. I think Luna's a little bit screwed here. The Pounce is coming off cooldown. The TP out. The Pounce not in time. Very close. But Luna gets out by the skin of her teeth. This is not a good catch-up build. If you, I mean, this is one of the big problems with Luna, right? Like, you want to like put points into Lucent Beam for the lane, but you still end up getting crushed anyway. And now you can't go back to the jungle and farm because you have no points in Moonglaves. So this is why I have a lot of issues with this hero right now.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
And Razor's just free farming it, but gonna go for a Dragon Lance. I suppose a Hurricane Pike would be not too bad this game. Jersey offshore. Can they get him? It's a little bit of a slow coordination here. And this Ogre, he's pretty tanky. Slug shown up as well as Silencer. The Nightmare on the Silencer will buy him some time, but the Bloodlusted Slug gotta go ham on Malcode here. He's only level 3, he has nowhere to save himself. The Dark Pact, and he's gonna get another point of agility for the Slug here. Luna in the meantime, Geyser Physics has shown up here. Underlord's here now as well. It's all 5 heroes from Amazon showing up here, but they're still gonna lose this fight. The Sonic Wave comes out, they do kill the Shadow Fiend with it, and they kill Ogre as well. The barriers are coming up in 15 seconds. Seems like Bane's TP'd bottom. Courier sniped by Queen of Pain here. Will she go for the bounty rune on the other side of the cliff? Doesn't look like she's headed that way so far. But Slark is waiting in the trees. He knows that he's invisible because his passive is disabled. The Shadow Strike comes out. She grabs the bounty rune, invis rune, but will be able to sneak out of there. Another cheeky Shadow Strike before she walks away. And Malcode will be able to get one of the bounty runes. Quap might try for the other one. Nope. Never mind, and they're gonna lose it. So 3 bounty runes going the way of Google. He tossed first on Bane. Do they really need? I don't know. I feel like if you don't go Aether Lens, it's just pretty awful on Bane. Like you just like hate your life. Everything's very short range. But once you get that Aether Lens, it's pretty juicy. He's still level 4 though, and this is really bad for Amazon. Like Bane, you have to hit this like 10-minute timing where you get the tome, you pick up level 6, and then you go grab a kill with Fiend's Grip on the most farmed hero on the map. But he doesn't have that option. Level 5 is level 6 is very far away. Razor's gonna pump Eye of the Storm and the Static Link, and Underlord, he's dead. I don't think he's going to be able to get out of this one. And Sparwork picks up a killing spree. And Malcode, he needs to be careful as well. He's pretty low already, but Queen of Pain blinks in. Shadow Strike on a UV ends up killing the Bane there. And Quap dies in like 3 hits. Shadow Shaman showing up now as well. And he's probably going to die as well. 2 hits. 1 hit from the South, 1 hit from the Razor. A triple kill for the Razor there. They just like walked in one by one and fed him kills. And you know, an 8k gold lead at 10 minutes into the game. This game is looking rough for Amazon. I mean, their lanes, Quap did okay in her lane, but the other 2 lanes were a bit of a disaster already. Now Luna with the 2-2-2 build. And I can't blame her. Like, this is probably the only way to catch up at this point. But her team needs to make a lot of space. Quap has Sonic Wave again, so could look to find a big pick off here. But Bane again isn't level 6 yet. Oh, actually, he just picked it up. Okay. This could be his opportunity. He needs to buy smoke though, although he's getting spotted out by the observer. So now they know he's level 6, and they need to play a little bit together right now and make sure this Bane doesn't have any easy targets to pick off. At least you need to just like decide who you're gonna sacrifice to the Bane. Let's see, I mean, Razor and Shadow Fiend are both pretty good targets. I mean, they're all... Slark is probably... I mean, he's not the highest level of the 3 cores, but you also want to slow this Slark down, so it's a really hard choice for Bane. He just needs to find anyone but the Ogre and the Silencer. But I guess... I mean, Silencer doesn't have Global. He has it now, though, so I think he's missed this opportunity a little bit. I don't know how they're gonna get any kills right now. The Nightmare onto Ogre. The pings are coming out, but he's an Ogre. He's really tanky. It's not your traditional position 5 Crystal Maiden support. So getting pretty tough to take him down. Luna gonna go for a Mask of Madness. Really, this is probably like the best like cost-efficient item for her. You know, you just pop the Eclipse and you run in with the Mask of Madness is probably the most bang for your buck at this point of the game. You do want a probably do want a Manta style. Get rid of the silence, although Nina doesn't really care that much about being silenced, I guess, because you buy like the Mask of Madness anyway.
Is now but a memory.
The illusions are pretty good still. Okay, Diffusal Blade done on T-Gamer. He's been pretty untouched since the laning phase. Just farm top on his own while the rest of his team trying to force the bot tower, and I mean this is definitely the hardest tower for them to take. And Underlord gonna get chased down, he's gonna get killed off as well by the Razor. He can get the return kill. He's popped on the Queen of Pain, but Global Silence. Quap is gonna be able to walk out of there, but not gonna get anything out of it. So they lose the Underlord again, who's having a pretty miserable game. Physics getting Shadow Struck. Taking a lot of damage, but I don't think Quap can get this kill, especially not on her own. The Orchid going to be the first item for Quap, but I think this could be a bit of a mistake. I think you need the Yules this game against Global. You just need to be able to get yourself out of a pinch.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Dragon Scale found on Shadow Fiend. I wonder if he'll go for the Presence Effects Aura building, you know, hit that CEA style timing with the Shadow Fiend. I mean, they're pretty on track to hit it. I mean, Slark is huge, Razor's huge. Gonna go for an S and White after the Dragon Lance, so not gonna go for the full Hurricane Pike. I think it's fine. Like, Hurricane Pike doesn't seem like the best item on Razor. Doesn't really need it. Blink on the Shadow Fiend. Oh, I guess after the yours. Okay. I mean, they're approaching the coveted 1k gold advantage per minute. Luna's just not fast. Anybody who is fast. And Underlord. Oh, Fiend's Grip and the Shackles onto the Razor. You only silenced one of them, but JK just kills the Shadow Shaman instead. Luna comes in with the Eclipse down, but the Siege Creep ate up most of it. The Nightmare anti-combo coming out now. Malco's gonna go down, Luna's gonna blow up as well, and that was not a very good fight executed by Microsoft there. Quap didn't even show up. That was pretty underwhelming, getting the Fiend's Grip and the Shackle on the same target, so that's definitely not what you want to see. Also, they didn't Nightmare someone else. I guess, like, I can't blame the Bane too much. He's still only got the level 1 Nightmare, so the cast range is really short. But you only want to Nightmare one person, then Fiend's Grip another, so now you've disabled 2 people. But it's not that easy at level 1 Nightmare. You definitely need at least level 4 Nightmare to make it really noticeable. And Bond gets blown up by the Yule's Requiem combo. Pretty standard Shadow Fiend stuff these days. He's got the double Nether Shawl queued up. Alright, Physics just runs into the Bane here. Bane's just gonna get blown up. Yeah, this game, it's looking fairly over. They're just so huge on the side of Google.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And he took it. The Presence Effect Aura building. He wants to end this game right now. If maybe Razor will go for an Ags. No, just end it a bit faster. I mean, they don't really have the aura items at them. You know, Presence Effect Aura build, the timing, like the what was it? What's the AS team? The one with the Hawk on it, I think it was last season. But they were like really famous for this strategy. I think Shadow Fiend's fallen off a little bit. I don't know, he was really popular when they re-added the fear back in, but I think he really needs to, like, you have to play really perfectly on Shadow Fiend, it seems like. If you die once, it just feels kind of rough. Kind of like Queen of Pain, so 2 snowballing heroes. Maybe, I think the stakes are a little bit higher for Queen of Pain, to be honest. But you also have more tools to start the snowball. Yeah, Greaves on the Shadow Fiend. It's a lot. It's Roche time, it seems like. The scan comes out, gonna whiff. Oh, I guess it's Outpost time, and then Bounty Rune time, and then maybe Roche time? Looks like Amazon will be able to grab 2 runes at least. A little bit of excuse to get out on the map. Although Shadow Shaman, he's left a rune behind, and they're gonna lose it. Where was the Shadow Shaman going? He went to plant a ward instead of pick up the rune. The global comes down, and Quap is dead.
Condition for ownage.
And Mule's Requiem combo. Underlord gonna get blown up. The sleep gonna buy some time, but Razor instead finishes off. Godlike on the Razor now. They could probably just run up the hill. A good game is called. Oh, that was a pretty rough game for Amazon. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I do feel a little bit bad. They're kind of in a group that they shouldn't be in, at least like skill level wise. So they're gonna probably get dumpstered next week as well.